enough talking, then. Watch yourself. The Mojave awaits. Don't know about that. Guess we'll see how things play out. You've got the spine for it, at least. Must have joined recent, then. You got the spine for it, though, no doubting that. Long way from home. Last I heard most of Caesar's legion was east of the river. Tell Caesar that. Last I heard you needed a weapon between your legs to carry one for Caesar. Guess the bear's already winning if Caesar's letting you raise a sword in his name. I know less than some, enough to know what they'll do to you when they catch on. It's your life, though, not trying to tell you how to live it, just sharing my thoughts. Now what are you, Fair enough. I challenge your manhood, now you challenge mine. Your colors might fool a centurion, but the way you wear your gear tells a different story. You aren't from the East. Your pace, stance would have a Decanus down on you like a wolf. Wouldn't mask your scent from legion hounds, either, so I'd take care, if I were you. You and the bear have it all in hand, I see it everywhere I go. Though you look more capable than most that have tried. They're on telephone poles now, talking to God. That much I can see. Others may not be so understanding, on both sides. Not to me Legion catches you with those colors though, the sandal run red. Truth in that. Just like Legion to say as much. No offense when I first spoke, thought you'd been picking at Legion corpses, lot of scavengers, like that, nowadays. Only if you take it as an insult. Just making an observation, next time, I'll keep it to myself. Your decision, if they'll take you, it's on them. I think the curve of your hips rules that out. Legion doesn't let women take up machetes, unless they need farming done. That's them, though. I don't have a problem with whoever's carrying a weapon, long as it's not pointed at me. I hear you, I just don't want to be hearing it atop a telephone pole, with your hands welcoming the sky with nails in them. And that's their kindness if they catch you. Wouldn't wish that death on anyone, especially those that were just trying to get by. Not unless rangers are in wait in the rocks. Republic's a rare sight around here. That isn't unusual. I think there's been some trouble, maybe something you and your new California need to deal with. If I've insulted you, I apologize. It's the stretch below that's made me on edge. That's a rare answer. It's unfortunate only I can hear it, not those who give you your orders. Still, perhaps it's good you came along when you did. Long enough, either you're side by side with the soldiers, or you're out finding a place for them to march. I was in the latter position, which isn't a bad place to me if you like walking and seeing the land before it gets slashed and burned. I've got a permanent place being one of Caesar's eyes, though. Not sure if it's a reward or not. You wear the bear's colors, unless that gear isn't yours. If you took them from a soldier, I'm not judging you. So you're not blind to it. They've come far and fast. Out here, that can leave you weak and dead. They're not settling the Mojave, they're bleeding across it. Old world history about paving and intention should have taught the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. You say that, history will tell it different. Try to break away, that's still aside. You look like you've had better experience than most. You're among the few. But based on what I can tell, you made that happen, wasn't NCR's doing. You may not have crossed paths with NCR as much as some. My view's hindsight, what they leave behind, the tracks and the fires. Look around the Mojave, see the bear's claw mark for yourselves. They're everywhere, once you know to look for them. NCR's left a mark on you, it's not hard to see. That's what its knives do to you, and why people in its shadow answer with knives of their own. You look like you've had split deals with NCR, good blood with bad. Split intentions are a language they understand. Division bleeds from the two-headed bear on their flag into their people, and it is their weakness. Politics of dead men'll become history soon enough. You're making tracks enough for trouble to follow. History won't care, it's the tracks you leave behind that it's going to follow. But based on what I can tell, you made that happen. It wasn't NCR's doing. And where does the bear's shadow end and yours begin? Sounds like you believe it, and unlike others, you have the scars to back it. If that's your intention, your hands aren't listening. What you say and what you've done don't meet in the middle. If your head doesn't know where it's going, your hands do. Too much NCRL on them to make the bear take you back. Then you better start backing it. What I hear and what I see don't match. Right now, there's two heads on your shoulder, and that means you and the bear are sharing a grave. Still, anything you do now will leave more of a mark than any words we trade. What lies ahead, we'll see. Still a choice. There's many serving the bear who choose to do nothing, sometimes with great energy. Breaking away just makes another side. And in time, no matter where you stand, all the West will be under the bear or the Legion. Legion's different, they're focused, sharp like a knife. They just don't see beyond the next cut and the slow bleed after. The Legion's old world, yet its flag, its whole reason for marching, is when there's something to fight. When the bear falls, when the last NCR trooper is nailed on Caesar's crosses, that's when the Legion's going to be tested. Never said a word about the Legion, just not one for sitting in NCR's shadow. Different sides of the coin. Legion's got an old world spirit riding it, except its flag's got one head, and knows the direction it's going in. Legion's a spirit of the old world, like the bear, speaking through Caesar and his legates. Legion's a spirit of the old world, like the bear, spoke through Caesar, now his legates. Still, don't think the Legion knows what coming west means, any more than the bear knew what coming east meant. Vegas. The Legion'll put Vegas to the torch, and the families to the blade. They're not as easily blinded as the bear. Vegas is old world power, but it's filled with ghosts. Ghosts need the living to do their work, without that, they'll fall. The road to Hoover Dam grows shorter every day. After that, your choice won't matter. Which side of the Colorado you're on won't matter, either. Then it's good your actions have already spoken for you. A woman called before Caesar. An invitation to the fort. Trading one old world flag for another, don't know if going to the fort will be far enough, your history with the bear behind. Caesar respects strength. If you speak to him, stand your ground. Try and run, and he'll cut your tendons before you take a step. If he summoned you, I wouldn't delay. Caesar doesn't invite people to speak with him, take it as an order, not a request. Speak to any head of the bear, see what happens. They'll keep talking as the Legion burns the West. You may have come from the West, but you aren't holding the bear's flag. Trading one old world flag for another, you'll have to travel far to leave your service to the bear behind. Caesar respects strength. If you serve him, stand your ground. Run, he'll cut your tendons before you take a step. It's rare, an invite like that. Caesar doesn't speak to others by invitation, only at his command. It's clear in your actions, whether you meant it or not, the bear's riding your shoulders. At least one of its heads. Chances are, both the bear and the bull will want to meet you, see which flag you're behind, or if it's none at all. You may be from the West, but don't see much loyalty to the bear in what you've done so far. Not sure you believe your own words, if your actions are any proof. The Legion might listen to you, especially one who knows the Vegas streets like you do. If you're going to Hoover Dam, I'd make the camp on the east side of the river. Backing the bear is just going to earn you a grave by its side. Road to Hoover Dam grows shorter by the day. The bear won't survive what comes. One woman can't keep Legion knives from the bear's throat. One man can't keep Legion knives from the bear's throat. The more you hold up its flag, the longer the struggle, but the end's going to be the same. The bear should have died long ago. Let it. History will see those two roads as one. You can say you're acting on your own, but the bear gains from it. As I said, there are other roads. The Legion's one. You've spoken with the ghost of Vegas, something no one has ever done. He'd see you, if only to see where you stand. Try and keep me here, and you'll have to shed blood to make it happen. Let's leave with peace between us. Not sure yet. The hill with 2 flags doesn't hold me. Think I was only waiting for you, just didn't know it then. If you return there, you'll only see the Mojave and Nipton's grave. I'll have moved on. Only when it matters to history, not before. They'll hear no secrets from me, even if I hang on a Legion cross. Then let's end this. Then we're now on to roads. I'll remember you, what you've done, even if others forget. I owe it to history, and I owe it to you. Any gifts you've given, burdens I've shared, I'll return. Don't need them, and can do without the weight. The Mojave and Hoover Dam await. Winning doesn't matter. Death didn't stop you once. Even if you die, history takes the long view. You may win anyway. Together, then. Forget me, history's with you. Even if we die at Hoover Dam, history takes the long view. We may win anyway. We'll not see each other again. The Mojave awaits. Follow the bear's flag, see what happens. As your muscles rot from their talk, only a Legion cross will support you in the end. Still, your actions in the Mojave haven't served the bear, may even have quickened its end. There's mercy in killing a sick animal. You walk like someone from the West. You were not raised in the East, it shows. It's rare a Legionnaire walk this far west, and so openly. Most Legion camp east of the Colorado. And which head of the bear is offering? No, I don't need any help. You're the only traveler I've seen. The old world stretches farther back than we'll ever know. So much history was lost. There's a reason those societies died. And if the reason's lost, won't be long before it's found again. So when symbols out of history rise up and people gather around them again, all I see is the same road the old world walked, circling back on itself. It's an old world symbol. A reminder. A reminder the old world's still around. Always at our backs, even here in the Mojave. Old world symbols still have power. The people worshipping them may fall. If the symbol isn't burned away, though, spirits come back. The 2-headed bear of the Republic? It's a symbol of the old world, the Legion flag the same. To spirits, fighting over the Mojave's bones. Whether it's bull or bear, those colors aren't something you wear in the Mojave, especially west of the Colorado. Legion colors only scare people, and the Republic colors, even in the Republic, the NCR flag frightens them, or makes them filled with hate. No, if you want to travel in peace, choose something both sides can agree on, or ignore. Just make sure it's something you believe, like I do. Why do that when it's always right in front of you? Straight on into the sunset. Why do that when it's always behind you? Turn, you'll see it when the sun rises red. You know it, good? Not many people do, not in the Mojave anyway. America used to stretch all beneath us, gone now, except for the flag. Don't know if that's good or bad. America fought in a lot of wars before the last one, even a war against itself, if history's to be believed. Reminds me of NCR and Legion, tearing at each other, east and west, walking down that same road America once did. It's not my given name. I took it from history, found it in a book. It's an old world name. Ulysses lived a long time ago, long before the old world set fire to itself. He made a mark without being myth. Had to fight during a time when his world had 2 flags, and he had to make them one. Ulysses walked a hard road. He was a general, like Caesar and Oliver. He was brum and stubborn, and it gave him strength on the battlefield. He led his side to victory, turned 2 flags into one. That's when he lost. When the fighting was done, the sickness took hold. The flag he'd kept, fought for, he turned on it. He tried to uphold what it meant, but it wasn't in him. No need for me to watch an empty road and lose myself staring in flames. I'll walk with you. East of the Colorado, my tribe had its home there before Caesar came. Nickton may have already answered with its silence. I've seen nothing from here. If you go, circle the town first, and watch for scavengers from the Mojave and the townspeople. History happened. Caesar was stronger, more well-organized. The tribes were just that, small, isolated, ignorant. The Legion came. My tribe joined the 19. I traveled west to the Mojave. There is little else to tell. Murdering history isn't hard these days. In the old world, they had to hide it, or change the words. Now, it's just men keep the tales. Vulpes knows this, goes right for the shamans, keepers of the way, and their symbols, books, murals, whatever they use to tell history. Once he's twisted, or killed them, he's reduced a tribe's past to a single generation. Anything before is gone? Crossed my mind, left as quickly as it came. I don't blame the Legion, it's the way the world is. Mojave's no different, predators come. If they're stronger, you fall, bend knee, or die. You do not need to convince him alone. Draw upon history, the history the bear knows, especially Hanlon. The past of all legates is not filled with victories. Remind Linnaeus of this, put his legend at risk, see what happens. We had the name Twisted Hares in many languages of the East. It was how we kept history. Each braid counted a season, a year, a birth, death. Nuts marked events, mantis swarms, the year the storms roared from the divide. All our history hung in braids in our tents. He wears a wolf's head, like others in Caesar's service. For them it's a token, for Vulpes it's skin. Republic's the bear, Caesar's the bull. And Vulpes is the wolf. Never see him until you're alone, weak, then his fangs are at your throat. No use in warning you to avoid him, it'd be useless. He comes for you, nothing'll stop him. Put the idea of loss in him. Convince him the bear will not be the 20th tribe. Beneath his heel, it will make him pause like nothing on earth. Linnaeus and Caesar know the powers of the tribes they conquered. If you meet theirs with 19 tribes of your own, they'll know the strength in such an alliance. Gather your own myths, have them join you at Hoover Dam, that'll make Linnaeus pause. He walks freely where none of Caesar's men can walk, even in the lights of Vegas. He may not wear Caesar's colors there, but one day he will. Linnaeus, the butcher. Monster, terror of the East. Not even his slaves have seen his face, struck them blind so they can't. Wears a mask, don't even know if it's the same man. He put Colorado to the sword, broke the hangdogs by throwing their hounds upon the flames, so they might burn forever in the afterlife. 19 tribes could not do it all, the lights in Vegas cannot. His strength lies in his title, and it is his weakness. He will not fight a losing battle and destroy what he represents. Once, tribes lost to history, so came west rather than march with the Legion. Other tribes, including mine, either fell to Caesar, went west, like me, or died with no on their lips. The twin mothers, the hangdogs, just names now, along with the twisted hares. I might be the last, one man's not a tribe. He's Caesar's eye. If the legates are hammers and machetes, Vulpes is the poison blade. He walks, listens, learns his enemy. Then he kills them, sometimes by killing the strength around them. He is a murderer, not just men, but tribes, nations. He can kill a people's history in a single night. Caesar wants Hoover Dam. To take it, he'll need something as big as the old world itself, another symbol, forged by history. Linnaeus is it, he carries all the terrors of the East with him. He's the myth, the weapon Caesar needs. When he arrives, he'll fall on Hoover Dam, like a hammer, break the bear in two. Figure whatever it was that brought you here was important enough. People don't wander miles for no reason at all unless they're touched in the head, and you may have been touched, but not that way. I did. Place looks like a watch post, except nobody keeping watch. Until that makes sense, not going to move. Could have put out the fire, I suppose. Just worried about the message it would send, if I did. Neither do you. Yet here we are. Your boots got dust of the West on them, not just Mojave dust. So far west, you've walked through twisters from the Divide. I'm from east of the Colorado, from one of the 19 tribes that fell to the bull. Now, just a tribe of one. Legion. History repeats, same flag sometimes. Guess the bear's got another cut in its hide, or a burn in its rug. It's like the Legion putting cigarettes out on it, one at a time. Won't last long at this rate. Legion doesn't have much tolerance for tribes with explosives, even if Nipton did. Can't see the smoke in the distance, let your eyes follow the break in the mountain, south and west. Town, border of the bear, something's on fire. Not the buildings. Would be a different kind of smoke, looks like tires burning, or maybe people. No matter which, not looking to get added to the pile. No, not interested in the answer. Got bullet scars, someone looks like they took a knife to parts of your face, too. It's okay, that's not the kind of pretty I care about. Maybe you want to get away from something, maybe find something, whatever it is, that's you and yours. Fire isn't mine, so share and share alike. I've no claim on it. Didn't take you for someone who made their living on the Mojave's back, aside from walking on it. Thought powder gangers might have been involved. Legion's a surprise. They usually put nails in problems, not set them on fire. Suspected as much. That smoke isn't from home fires burning, that kind of smoke's either people or old world rubber. From the smell, I'm guessing it's people. Trace of gunpowder, too. Last time I walked Nipton was years ago. Heard more on the road about it since, from people living and dead. If you've searched Nipton, let me know. If you're shedding tears, past the gangs, the mayor, and its hospitality, Mojave's better off without it. As long as the people died quick, it's better than dying slow under the bear's shadow. Still, wouldn't be the first time my advice found deaf ears. So if you end up going, circle the town first. Even if nothing's wrong, Nipton isn't known for its hospitality. Ran out of road as soon as I saw the fires. Figured I'd seen as much as I was likely to see and keep breathing. I'm going to stay here until Nipton gives an answer, then I'll move on. Suggest you do the same. Not sure yet. If Legion hit Nipton means going east or west doesn't matter much. I'll have to think on it. By my count, people prove themselves deserving. Other times, people prove how weak they are together. Farther west I get, the more I see it. So if they died brave, so be it. If they died scared and on their knees, that's theirs to carry and not for long. If you knew people in Nipton, you can speak to it more than I can. All I can do now is say what happened. It's in history's hands. California Republic. Two-headed bear, east is the bull, Legion. Don't care much for a name sometimes, flag, and the people usually tell you more. Nipton was proof. Doesn't matter now. Waiting. Watching the fires. That's an interesting thought. Nipton was all for fighting when they were on your blind side, or if it meant shaving a few caps off of you in fair trade. I know how big Legion's scouting parties can get. They'll send one, then a few. It's never an army, though, and not more than a town's head count. Nipton had more numbers than that. Yet they all died. Never had the chance. Their choice, not mine. Your boots have history. So does your face. Got dust on your boots from places miles away, from places outside of the Mojave, too. Not exactly sure where you're from, but you walked a ways to get here. Interested? There's a poor answer, throwing questions back at you. Was waiting until Nipton gave some sign of life. If Nipton's gone ghost, no sense sitting here waiting for any other kind of answer. You braved Nipton, I'm willing to brave the Mojave with you. Still, you've already got a shadow, you don't need any more company. If you find yourself alone again, circle back around, I'll be here. Pieces of the old world. Like to keep them close, keeps the spirits quiet. Maybe that's why you got that piece of the old world on your arm there. Helps make sense of things sometimes. They may be gone, or fled. Towns are isolated along the border, no telling what could have happened. If you find cause for the attack, I'd be interested to know. You've already got a shadow, you don't need any more company. If you find yourself alone again, circle back around, I'll be here. Don't like to fight, if I can avoid it. If I can't, then I prefer settling things honestly, up close. Figure the enemy deserves the respect. Good with a staff, but knives, spears, hatchets, all those things speak more to me than killing at a distance. Fair with rifles and guns, but that's more the bear's calling than mine. Never wanted to rely on having ammo, if it came to a fight. Sounds like he made a mistake in intent, or his aim. He shoot you twice in the head. Wherever he is, I don't pity him. If you're going to shoot someone, it's not a job you leave half-finished. That's on you, then. If I can help, I will. Wouldn't want to be him. Your voice took on a lot of weight just now. He the one that shot you twice in the head. Name's not familiar. Why do you ask? Scars tell the story. There was a lot of care in whoever took the knife to your face after, but they left tracks, too. Must have been slow work piecing you back together, yet they took the time to do it right. Can't see it along the forehead, shrapnel cuts barely show. When you find this Benny of yours, that's going to be slow work, too. Sometimes the why of it leaves more scars, especially if it involves family or history. But sometimes not. I survive. Don't need to carry much if you know the land. Found ways of drawing life out of the desert that don't require a blaze, so if you need powders or venoms, tell me, we'll see what we can make. All right, let's see what you have. Let's see what gifts the Mojave has given us. Let's make some new from the old. Guess it doesn't. It's difficult to explain, but that isn't an answer. This flag was a nation that lies beneath our feet now, buried, gone. They ruled all the Mojave, and more, west, to the sea, east, to the sea. Maybe farther than that, if the books are to be believed. Yet that one tribe threw it away, didn't even know what they had. The lesson, not the place. Pay attention to the story behind the symbol, the people behind it. Lost? That was history. Happening right in front of us, like it always has. The history of the twisted hairs wasn't worth keeping, nothing to learn from it you didn't see that day, when it all burned up. It took some of them longer to see it, some never did. Part of it when the Legion took our tribe, they kept the code in the braids for some of the scouts. Allowed them to pass information in the east without saying a word. Just who passing on the road could tell volumes about what was ahead. Legion doesn't ruin a tribe, not completely. They take pieces from it, like they did with the hangdogs, now our hound masters. Ritual, habit. If I die, there's a chance someone'll know my past from my corpse, unless I'm scalped. All our history hung in our camp. Rows and rows, all our rituals and past, twisted up thick as ropes. The Legion burned those first when they took the tribe. Smell was terrible, like dogs or bighorners thrown on a campfire. Must have been what the hangdogs smelled when Caesar came for them and butchered their animals, until they surrendered. I saw it as soon as I saw the Legion flag. Our history hung in our tents. Just moments, all knotted up. Caesar's history went to the horizon. The bull on that flag, it was all the east. Now it's coming west. If the bear doesn't know it yet, it will. The elders went on the fire next. In case they'd remember what happened, try to record it again. That's Legion. Traditions are put to the blade first. Break the altars, burn the history books, whatever holds history, destroy it. He wasn't made for the flag he followed. He wasn't made for peace. That's the lesson. If you follow a symbol to the end, ask yourself what that means. More important, ask what happens after the end. Because history's going to keep going and carry you and your symbol along with it, as sure as the old world, on my back. You've walked the Mojave enough to know what kind of place that is. I've walked east of the Colorado. I know what it's like. One day, this fighting's going to be done. That could be good or could be bad, depends on who's holding the flag at the end. The day I set my flag down, it'll be over my body, or over a nation I believe in. I'll keep it from walking history's road twice. Families of Vegas were once tribes. Got drunk on the Vegas lights, the spirit bled out of them. Old world history, under a different flag. Whatever traditions or rituals they had, most likely squeezed out of them by now, turned into something else. And if not, then I'm afraid what's going to happen when they come creeping back. I'm out west because of the Legion. The two-headed bear wins, its sickness continues, its two heads snapping at each other. All you see in the Mojave, that rot'll grow. The bull wins, the Legion makes an east of the west, then it's got nothing left to fight. Both of them, end of the world. Both endings, they're going to die slow. Us along with it. Their flag is an old world one, just don't think they've thought it through. The people that followed that flag died once. If they make the West the same as the East, no more tribes to fight, then what? Not sure what's going to come after that. Trying doesn't hold much weight with me. Legion doesn't try to kill people, they do it. The bear kills people trying to protect them. No. It's history coming back. It's what they get, following those old world symbols on their flags down the same road history once walked. And over Hoover Dam, too, there's an irony, nice and sharp, to spirits of the old world, fighting over the last piece of history. Already has, just haven't realized it yet. Vegas is old world, filled with old world ghosts. And ghosts need the living to do their work. That's why the families are there, why the bear stumbles there to lose itself. It's a dance, I don't know its purpose. My guess is old world blues. He can't let go. But he puts a smile on and takes a shovel to history's graves, props up the dead, then puts words in their mouths. Not a world I want to be part of, neither should you. Worried he's making you dance like Benny, and we know how that ends. Not a world I want to be part of. Going through motions, until we're all smiling faces on some robot screen. I know what I see, and I know the history of those flags better than they do. Don't need to see sickness everywhere to see the infection. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be to see how it is. They're stretched thin, can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control, and all it takes is a handful of men willing to kill to put Nipton to death. And Nipton was under the shadow of the bear. Not anymore. No, there wasn't. Ask yourself why? They follow the flag of the bull, an old world symbol, just like the Republic. Brought the East to heel, and now they've found the West. They're looking to make that theirs, too. To them, the two-headed bear's just another tribe. When the bear and bull clash at Hoover Dam, it's the end of the world, and neither one realizes it. You've seen their flag, a bear with two heads. Symbols an old world one had one head then, better off for it. Their flag's their spirit. They're split, like any two-headed animal, trying to go in different directions, ending up nowhere. In the Mojave, that'll only get you sand between your fingers, or over your grave. Old world history about paving and intention should have taught the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it, Nickton, elsewhere. That's the wrong word. Theater, that's better. The families, the bear are all on a stage. House. He's the one watching. The why, you'd know better than I would. Maybe it's because he likes surrounding himself with things that run a certain way, like those robots of his, the girls, and that one, Vic. He can't let go. But he puts a smile on and takes a shovel to history's graves, props up the dead, then puts words in their mouths. Not a world I want to be part of, going through motions, until we're all smiling faces on some robot screen. The reason is to entertain someone, not sure who the audience is. Whoever it is, their robots wait in the wings. If someone tries to leave, ruin the show, they're done. Someone's got old world blues, and they've got it bad. They may not even still be alive, they're robots just going through the motions. A similar thing happened with my tribe, although my word won't carry much weight here. Evidence from the Legion might sway them. He's done the Legion's work already. Hate for the bear runs deep here, especially after the blood at Bitter Springs. It's a good sign. An alliance with the cons only helps the Legion at Hoover Dam. The Legion's playing with this tribe, and they'll crush them when they've made use of them, just as they did with other tribes in the East. We need to stop him. An alliance with the cons would give the Legion too much strength in the coming battle. Also, allying with the Legion means the end of these people. If you can convince them of that, they'd break from him. My words aren't enough. I'm a stranger here. There are records, the history, penned in Legion hand, may prove stronger. At the fort, there is proof. Histories, ledgers that show the Legion's march for what it is, the death of tribes in the East, one after the other. It may help, it may not. Still, it's something. Choice is yours. He doesn't have much to fear here, no surprise. And in dealing with the cons, there's little to fear there as well. He's a Legion agent. He's at Red Rock Canyon to convince Papa Khan to join him. I think we should leave it alone, but I wanted to warn you. Taking the long view, crossing Carl could bring trouble down the road. We're reaching a crossroads, and what's going to happen at Hoover Dam? There's no turning from it. There never was. As soon as Caesar heard of a tribe as large as the Republic, he saw something no Eastern tribe could offer, a challenge. And that slice of the old world, the dam, he wanted it, more than anything. It was in his eyes, and he wasn't letting it go. Words won't be enough. I'd need to see it in your actions. As the time approaches, we'll talk more then. Keep your eyes on the East, and in the coming days, I'll ask again. Turn away from the West, it cannot last. We've traveled together for some time. I'd hope the road would take us more west than east, but hopes and roads don't always meet in the middle. I've never lied to you. I've not told you everything, though, and now's the time. It was in his eyes, and he wasn't letting it go. He's raised up all the East, a force history hasn't seen in 100 years, all the tribes he's conquered. And Legate Linnaeus, the monster of the East, is leading them. He's coming here, and when he does, end of the world's coming with him. I wear the old world on my back, but the bull's shadow, with me I'm a scout for the Legion, have been for many, many years. Not long after the Legion took my tribe, that became my place. I walked the West as Caesar's eyes. Until the day I came across Hoover Dam, and the flag of the bear flying over it. And without realizing what that meant, I brought word of it to Caesar. The Legion had been so focused on the East, they never looked to the sunset. Turn away from this road you're on. Either support the Legion, or don't, but leave the bear and Vegas to their deaths. The bear has been dying for years, Vegas, its lights, with no substance. Both can offer the Mojave nothing, its people, nothing. I'm telling you, because the road you walk is growing shorter. And Linnaeus is at the end, waiting. He'll kill you, and all you stand for on Hoover Dam, unless you are Legion. I prefer we part in peace. I respect your path, even if I don't believe it. he let another hold a knife to him. If he was weak enough to allow the knife so close to his neck, a quick death's often the merciful option. Done with blame, and Caesar was big on strength making right. Seems to me you proved that philosophy to him. If he was too weak to stop you, too weak to defend himself, then he needed to die with his beliefs. So you see the snakes that curl in the bear's shadow. Something about that mayor seemed like one who'd hoard food, while others starved. Impressed you found evidence when the bear couldn't, even when it smelled the rot. The wolf is dead. Too late for the tribes of the East, but the bear should celebrate what you've done for it. You've killed a legend, a new world myth. Heard of him in the East? Surprised they sent him, especially to strike fear into towns on the border. His hands are clumsy, towns and tribes are known to bite him back. May not have heard of that shame out here, though. Legion should have sent Vulpes. The wolf has better instincts in using fear and terror. Most don't even see his work until the act's done. Even so, the bear would have missed it, even if the evidence was bloody in front of them. So Caesar will walk among the troops again. What you've done may well have changed the history of the West. Caesar's trained scouts in using fear and terror. Vulpes does it by instinct. History of the East, I'd agree with you. Legates come like hammers, Vulpes like a knife across the throat. Less said about him, the better. Might hear his name come for us. You killed Vulpes? One like him, perhaps? Many wore the wolf headdress. Caesar would be history's hypocrite if he was angry about what happened. I'm not one for it, either. Seems to me you just proved his philosophy to him. If he'd been stronger, then he'd be alive and we wouldn't be talking. No, wasn't his time, and it wouldn't have been how he wanted to die. Not how most would have wanted him to die, either, bear or bull. History cures a wound, leaves the bitterness that caused it. The twin mothers were always about lessons. Caesar taught them the last one, though. The bear often gets caught in its own traps and rituals, even when it knows a certain action would be best. The fires of nipped and burn, and that should settle it. Vulpes? Bear's got cause for worry. If he's cutting across the border, they may not even realize they're bleeding until too late. And venom's helpful around the Mojave, with the bark scorpions. Even one sting can kill you. My tribe, Twisted Hairs, had a better way. Snake bite tourniquet, cuts off the venom. No need to scavenge glands and blood. Or drink that mess. Land's full of gifts. Mojave's got ways of healing most ills. If not, some tribes usually found a way you didn't expect. Like healing powders. Tribes back west only use Xander and Brock flour. There's a way the twin mothers in the East used to brew it, though. Called it bitter drink, mixed up the Xander and Brock in a bottle, added some kick to it so your head doesn't get all clouded. None of any use right now. Get used to living off the land, might have some more for you later. Another myth gone to the old world. Won't stop the legion's advance. World's shifting around us, not sure where it's going to stop. Unless you do the same for the legate that comes, you'll get no thanks from me when that monster arrives. He's not going to have a leash. Caesar could command him. Not now. The bear's going to burn, and burn slow. I'll let history thank you, if it gets that far. Me, I like to sit back, and let events sit a while. Now that he's dead, his history should be shared. Keep him from becoming more a myth, if nothing else. He was one of Caesar's weapons, as much as the legate Linnaeus is Caesar's hammer. Vulpes was the legion's eye, their spy master. The wolf is dead. Too late for the tribes of the East, but the bear should celebrate what you've done for it. You've killed a legend, a new world myth. Without him, the legions lost one of their greatest tacticians. Brute force will need to be enough for Hoover Dam. That's Legate Linnaeus. He's one of the legion's greatest, Caesar's hammer. Hoover Dam will be his anvil. He infiltrated many settlements and tribes in the East. Coyote, fox, mongrel, he was all these tricksters and more, always the wolf, in the end. He knew how to murder communities, murder their history, elders, shamans, anyone who kept the rituals. Vulpes went for them first. He knew what symbols and history meant. Kill a tribe's history, they'll turn to the next symbol, the Legion flag, bull, and its horns. You killed Vulpes? One like him, perhaps? Many wore the wolf headdress. Couldn't ask you to do that. Wouldn't. If Nipton's burning, there's a reason. The bear couldn't keep it, one way or the other. Don't want you suffering for its mistake. Haven't lived this long because of curiosity. I'll keep watch here. If you're looking to get closer, that's on you. Wouldn't ask you to go. Don't think you should. Not by choice. Nowhere else to go. Was heading to Nipton, not anymore. There was slavery in the East long before Caesar showed up. And bears proven you shouldn't claim an area as yours if you can't keep its people. Would be my thought, too, if history was only Hoover Dam. Not by history's count. 86 tribes of the East once shared the land, once thought that's the way it was. Then Caesar came, sixed them all. The Mojave was peaceful for a time, or at least at peace with itself. Then the bear came lumbering out of the west, left bloody tracks all over it. Even the old world flag, America, even that was born from land-changing hands, breaking from the old. There's going to be more blood spilled in the Mojave before the sun falls on the Colorado. The dam's going to run red with it. If your actions tell me you're Colorado-bound, we'll talk again. Something tells me trouble finds you. Let the bear and bull fight it out over the Colorado. Settle what should have been settled long ago. Traveler's easiest. Those with a meaner streak call me a tribal or refugee. Historian fits me better. Not looking to join them, either. So if you're bent following the bear's flag or the bull, that's not my road. Mojave's getting tense. Can feel it in the ground, troops marching. Lot of eyes on Hoover Dam, guns and blades, too. Someone has to remember what happens. I don't forget much. Used to think I was all for watching and listening, but after meeting you, looks like it depends on who's asking the questions. Like to see things with my own eyes, make the maps, not read them. So I walk, watch, listen. History's here, now, don't want to miss it. Vegas has old world power. It's more light than strength, needs hands to guide it. That's the view of most, when all the history they see is Hoover Dam. History keeps going after that, one battle won't end it. Don't think the Legion knows what marching west means, any more than the bear knew what coming east meant. Bear's walking with you, and it's leaving a trail. Your feet are hitting ground, like you're marching east, right to the Legion. Sounds like you're charging ahead, just like the Legion, then bloodying your horns without looking left or right. Sounds like you believe it, or if you're, at least you know the flag you're standing under. On the road you're on now, that road leads back to the lights of Vegas and all its ghosts. Stay on the road you're on now, then you're walking in the bear's shadow. Bull doesn't turn, moves straight, and moves fast. Stay on the road you're on now, then you're charging ahead with the Legion. I'll hold you to that, made my peace with watching history, not dying for it. Dam's drawn too many to it already, more an idea now than a place. If that's your intention, your feet aren't listening. You're walking in the other direction, trailing fire and blood. If you mean to march east, then you need to wake up and turn around. You don't, then your only destination is across. Then you better start focusing ahead. What I hear and what I see don't match. Right now, there's 2 heads on your shoulder. By the flag's count, that means you're more bear than bull. I hope you do, made my peace with watching history, not dying for it. Dam's drawn too many to it already, it's more an idea now than a place. If you're bound for Hoover Dam, there are other roads. Right now, you're walking in the bear's shadow, can see the flag on your back. As long as it suits him, I wouldn't turn your back on him, though that's hard to do in Vegas. Follow Vegas too far, and the two-headed bear's going to have a third head to fight with in the Mojave. Just means a quicker victory for the Legion. Don't let the lights of Vegas blind you. There's sickness past the glow. Watching. I didn't lie, and I didn't know the Legion had moved so far west. Sometimes Caesar's eyes are left to watch for a long time before someone asks what they see. And you'd better hope you'd seen something good. Finding Hoover Dam probably bought me a few years, though it depends how that plays out. If they weren't strong enough, then they deserve it isn't going to change things. If you were Legion, I wouldn't shed a tear for you. And so have to understand, it's part of the culture. Caesar, the legates, Vulpes, if they weren't challenged, they'd grow soft, die. Their belief, not just words. Whether it's the bear, you, or Vegas, it doesn't matter. They need to be tested. If you're that test, then that serves. If it's only a few, I'd be surprised. Ask. When Vulpes and Caesar sent me west, it was clear I was to act tribal, not Legion, blend in, not suddenly attack anyone who attacked the Legion. I was to watch, and as much as it stings and hurts to watch my brothers suffer, it was better than revealing myself and breaking my vow. Not sure it matters now. It won't matter to history. But you made me question the Legion, and I think that's the bigger vow I've broken. If you're with the Legion, then we're family as well. History's short on that point. I'll make it short, too. It's history repeated over the East, anywhere Caesar's walked. Like I said, used to be one of the twisted hairs east of the Colorado. Our first contact was with Vulpes the wolf. Treated us with respect, asked to trade, asked us for scouting information, promised us gifts. Tribe worships anything living, they kill it, or eat it in front of you. Worship a rock shaped like man or beast, they'll make you break it with hammers, until it's gravel. All those tribes we broke, they became markers along I-40. So did we in the end. We were making our own history, before us, lining an old world road. It's like you're tied to something bigger. Like you got the giants of the old world walking behind you, and all you have to do is speak softly. And when you speak, the flag's right behind you, with the weight of Caesar and all his troops ready to fall on your command. Your mind's not in the tribal camp anymore, it's surrounding it, like it was meant to be. Hell, you know the hangdogs were willing to give up their hounds. Their dogs, they were like religion, like their children, more. As if Caesar thought men and dogs were any different. As if a tribe's children were any different than dogs to train. And some tribes, they did offer up their kids. They were willing to give up their history and their future to buy a little more time in the now. What kind of people do that? What kind of history you have to give up everything for a memory that isn't ever going to leave? Got trained, as much as possible. Couldn't kill the wandering inside me, though, or ignore the fact I don't miss much. Me, I'm no soldier. I love walking too much to be standing in line. They tried to break me of that habit by keeping me at the front, farther and farther, until scout was what I was. It's efficient, like prying a bullet out of a wound. Take the men, kids. Start trading them. Take the women. Show them their place in Legion, quick. Snap the family like a dry twig, don't let the two halves see the other. Quick now, move too slow, start crying, fall behind, Mojave will feast on you. Then they burn the past, so there's nothing to go back to. I knew he'd want it, I knew he'd want to know more, I just didn't know how bad. Or how big his enemy was. Felt like a tribal again when you see troops with the bear's mark marching toward you, that maybe being Legion isn't enough. Guns, flying vertibirds, rockets, missiles, that shits, like old world God raining down on you. Caesar was hungry. Don't keep an army moving. It'll feed on itself. Me, I think Vulpes knew Caesar's history. He knew what'd happen if Caesar stopped moving, and there was nothing to sink his blade into. Lucky for no one, I found the old world wall, and a chapter of history's going to be written there. Might be the last chapter. Two ideas have to fight, see which one is stronger. It's what he always wanted, going to make a lot of misery before the sun sets on the year. You want to know why he marches, why there's war, why people are dying? It's because I told him without thinking about the consequences. I hadn't found a piece of old world history, I'd made history. Found the new California Republic, something as big as Caesar. Saw the flag of the bear flying over Hoover Dam. It was another flag, one I'd never seen before. I should have known what it would mean, bringing news of that flag back. Want to know why there's war? It's because men are sent looking for it. To us. My tribe got herded up, scalped, shorn like bighorners, then got to watch the braids burn in the campfire. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? It wasn't then. It was like having years of your life go up in flame. Generations in smoke. We stored our history in our hair, how we twisted and knotted it. Each bead, 10 summers, red bead, your first kill, a twin knot in the hair, when you first fucked a woman, 3 nuts, when she was with child. Spy? High watch? Scouts the calling, eye of Caesar, all that. Caesar's stronger, faster, more troops, maybe. But there's fear in seeing an idea straight out of the old world facing you across the field. It's like history repeating, like a looping holotape. Something's got to break it something. My commanders knew it. I could fend for myself, could play tribal or merchant when I wanted, and I remembered things. Then Vulpes sent for me, our Lord, of arranging miracles for Caesar, in others' tears. Quick talk, turned me to a new way of thinking. He spoke some old world Latin at me, and asked me to repeat back what I heard, which I did, word for word. I don't. Needed to happen. Only good can come of it. Learned a lot. Caesar, never really been tested. Republic, needs to be tested. The two of them need to figure out something new, because the world's not big enough for the two of them. At that moment, everything changed, and I didn't see it in time. What it meant to tell Caesar what I'd found. Vulpes made me tell him so he could study Caesar's face when I told him, gauge his reaction, and make sure he was on the right side of any anger. After the bull comes, you learn, and you learn quick. You get your perspective. Weapons trading, marching, getting ready for war. Run you through that, soon enough, you'll start surrounding tribal camps, too. You end up on the other side. You'll hold the machetes as they break idols, rocks, putting right and passage to the flames way. And being on the other end, you see what you used to be. It can make you sick. Sometimes they fight, or beg, or offer tribute to spare them. Don't really much want to talk about. Think I've talked enough. Let's let the road speak for a while. He said being a tribal, that having that history was going to be a strength, where I was going. Yes, he was testing me, testing my memory. Looking for a way to make use of my instincts, my skills, and my history. I didn't question. Vulpes in questions, waste of time. No, he would have found the bear, without me, or some other Caesar would have. It's just that when he was snaring up tribals, their ideas weren't big enough to take root. Now this two-headed bear, this idea of how people should live is almost as big as he is, and it's just as hungry as you'd expect. As I see it, the bear and the bull need a lot of killing to see what their ideas are really about. People are always going to suffer, slow or quick. History tells me the slow death at the hands of an idea usually ends up being a quick death, once the bombs hit. If you aren't willing to die for an idea, it's not much of an idea. Weeks went by. They hired us on as scouts. During this time, asked how we stored history, its importance. We brought a lot of misery to other tribes while helping Vulpes. Broke them all, one by one, thought our flag was riding high. During that whole time, I got to see how the Legion worked, got to see the history of it, short and brutal. I got to see the fire in his eyes when I told him about the size of the thing, the generators, the lights burning at night, that gate to the west. I told him how wondrous it was. All he could hear was war drums. I came so close to dying for describing something that seemed greater than him. He couldn't abide not having it. The fact there was another flag on it just drove him more. The two aren't going to survive each other. That's the end of the world. They're going to fight, and one of them's going to absorb the other. But they aren't going to kill what drives them. They clash, and from all that blood, something else is going to get born. Regret it? Regret all the years of my life wasted thinking that circle of tribes was the world, their history going nowhere. The Legion leveled all that out, and their history went straight back like a vein into the old world. It gave them more strength than I'd ever thought possible, gave me more strength to tap into it, serve beneath that flag. His answer tells you only what he wants, no more. He's Congress like that. Told me I was going west, find more territory, slaves, render unto Caesar. Probably nothing out there. Caesar had conquered most everything else. But best to be sure. That's what I did. It's a small thing to make history, I've found. You must know it, too, or something tells me you will. Conquering tribes is what Caesar knows, and he knows it too well. It's history he keeps repeating, and the words have dulled to his ears when his accomplishments are recounted. Now to face something that has a flag, an idea, and a philosophy as big as his, a bear, to match his bull. And what my eyes saw, day I saw the damn sun hitting it just right. Caesar's world had gotten bigger and smaller at the same time. Was blinded by the sight of it, didn't see it for what it was. It's not just a piece of the old world, it was the end of the world. Happened the same with almost every tribe. Legion shows up one morning, before the sun breaks, surrounds the entire camp, even rounds up the hunters out looking for game. Then, they cut the tribe, cut people, and their laws and beliefs like tendons, let them lie, naked and exposed to die in the sun. Still, maybe it's good you came along. If only so I can warn you. You're the first traveler I've seen. A knife or a machete sends a signal when walking into a town. A walking staff's something people can brush off as harmless. And I admit it, preferred fighting with a flagpole. Liked the eagle on the end. Felt right to me. Road's been empty for some time now. No sign of life except the fire here and the fires of Nicton. Bull and the Bear, Legion, and NCR, both follow flags with symbols that go back hundreds of years, more even. Bull goes back to times even I'm not sure about, numbers so low in the calendar, I don't know if you'd believe me if I told you. Bear's history is more recent, but it's same as the bull, it's a flag people died following. Had one head back then, but end was still the same. I'm sharing wisdom, not blood. I'm not blind, I can see you're carving your own road. Just want to make sure it's not to a second grave. I'm not going with you to the fort. Not going east of the Colorado, not going to walk among the Legion. But as I said, there are other roads. The Legion's one. You've done a lot for the Bear, lengthened its shadow. Caesar will forgive the offense, just prove you're worth of forgiveness. Yes. That is why I cannot follow you any longer. That was different. It wasn't my intention to do that, it wasn't this. What comes, it is more than any one person can change. Yes. That is why I cannot follow you any longer. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Yes. That is why I cannot follow you any longer. Yes. That is why I cannot follow you any longer. I can't argue that. If I did, I'd be lying to both of us. But the Legion hasn't shown its full strength. When the legate Linnaeus comes, all the East comes with him. You can't defeat him. He's a myth to rival the old world. But the bear still lives. Its back's against Hoover Dam, and it's desperate. An old world symbol isn't easy to kill. But the bear still lives, and what it can't defeat in battle, it'll use tricks against it and the Legion. When the legate Linnaeus comes, all the East comes with him. It's not every day I get to see history made. I'll join you at Hoover Dam, whatever comes. What I do, it's not for the bear, the Republic. It's for you. What I do, it's not for the bull. It's for you, its future. What I do, it's not for Vegas. It's for you. Finally gave me some place to set my flag. And I'm tired of wondering when we got a nation to make right here. I've watched you. The future you promise has none of the bull's strength, the Legion's heart, behind it. I've watched you. Your course is without conviction, without understanding who you're leading to death. Whatever history is made of this, it'll be an accident, just as it was when my eyes saw Hoover Dam. You truly believe you can make one nation of the West and the East? One that will last? You truly believe you can make one nation of the West and the East? One that will last? Then you'll carry that belief alone. Then you'll carry that belief alone. What did you say to me? If you mean Hoover Dam, that. Then you'll carry that belief alone. What did you say? I've made my peace with watching history. Not dying for it. If you're Colorado bound, you'll go alone. Vegas, whether for you or someone else, it's dead. It's an old world symbol that stands for nothing. What you see in that place, it has blinded you, not me. That place has no future. Its lights and walls can't stand against the Legion. The flag it follows is war, and it won't turn. With no blood on its horns, it won't survive. It has no future. Do you think defeating the bull breathes life back into the bear's corpse? And should it? There's no future in its shadow. All the light in Vegas can't withstand the Legion. Even if it did, there's no future in it. No, the history that comes, it's more than any one person can change. Yes, won't lie. If that troubles you, we can end this. I'm more watching than reporting nowadays. Been years since I passed along a report. I believe the bull's victory at Hoover Dam. Even if I don't believe it'll last after that. Don't want to talk about it, too much history. Maybe another time. Well, armed tribe. Wonder what would happen if Legion got this firepower. Fiends. Watch for dogs. Fiend camp. They'll try and swarm us. Hounds may catch our scent first. Animals on two legs. Place needs cleansing. Can't believe the bear allows this place to exist. Like a vault but not. Places prove that weapons and armor don't matter. Brotherhood's gone to ground. The bear would dig this place out, or bomb it if they knew what was here. Even all the tech in the old world can't help the morale in here. This place is a false stretch. Something's under us. Hear the hum of machinery. Place has got a bite to it. Watch the corners. Weapons ready. Stay alert. Keep an eye out for Mojave gifts. Mind the horizon in the ground. Keep an eye out for Xander root and Brock flower. Can feel the spirits around here. Hard not to see old world maps ghosting the ground. Walking west of the Colorado 4 years, still haven't seen it all. Mojave's got life. Day Kimball comes east, he's going to be marked. Caesar's got Kimball scared, you can feel it. Sky's not so blue the farther east you go. NCR's led by President Kimball. He rarely walks among his own men. Feels like you've killed an old world god. Place is a really tomb now. You know this place. You walk here like you know the roads. not sure who Golf was. Locals like to come to the lake here and steal water. Hanlon has let himself slip. Is this a military camp? For a military camp, the discipline's lacking. Places run red. Only sky and sand here now. Can still smell the smoke. Mojave's got another scar. More graves. Should be safe here. Rest from the road. Shelter. Can feel the bear's shadow here, not much else. Sign of the bear. Bear tracks here. Bears here, not sure which head speaks, though. Looks like the bear's not quite dead yet. Got anything that smells or looks like Legion on you, ditch it. Hope you're traveling light in case they charge a toll. Place has Vega's sickness, with none of the light. It's like Vega's shadow here. Heard this is where NCR soldiers come when the fight leaves them. Unless you want to be hung on a cross, watch yourself. Watch what you say, unless you want nails in your hands. Don't show weapons or give insults, we should be fine. Whatever you do, don't show fear, and don't run. If you got anything that smells like the bear on you, ditch it. Even if you bring him gifts, I would beware anything house gives you. Careful when dealing with the old world. I wonder what stories this place could tell about the old world. It is said of all the old world, this place remained untouched. This is like no vault I've seen. I wonder what community lived here. Old world blues here, but with smells and flash. Did these people give birth to Vegas when they emerged? I wonder if there's historical records here. Old world blues are thick here. Like a vault in here. Aside from the wheel tracks, no human feet in years. Don't like being here. Place is too quiet. Towers filled with ghosts. The robots watch us when we're gone. Place has too much of the old world in it. This is where Hanlon led Joshua Graham's forces and dropped the city on him. Lot of graves here. Watch for mines, Hanlon's gifts. Plenty of places to hide here. Watch for mines. Memorial to soldiers. None for Caesar's troops. Pride of 77, false, as it is. Not sure why they erected a memorial for a minefield. Don't like this place. Asking for it burning. Place doesn't have much friendliness to it. Not welcoming to strangers. No hospitality. Old world's thick here. Old world ghosts here. Not a place I want to stake my flag. Old world blues here. The Vegas families used to be Mojave tribes. Places like a stage, not sure who the audience is. Feels like this place is an echo of the old world. Places like a mirage of history. Not an oasis, a trap. Place is a bear trap. Wonder if the families know what they've lost. Caesar ever reaches here, gold will become red. These streets are filled with blind NCR soldiers. That tower stabs the sky. Place plays with the eyes. Strange feel to the air, electric. There's the old world, right there. Wonder of the old world, maybe the last wonder of the old world. That journal recounts what happened to the twisted hairs. Watch yourself, vaults are traps, literal or figurative. Lake lurk nest, any ripple in the water, take cover. Watch the water. Place is poisonous. Place reminds me of an old world Pandora box. This place has all the old world evils in it. Whatever is in the depths of this vault, I doubt any living thing could have reached it. Stay away from the center of town. Air's toxic and skin's burning, radiation. Geiger counters warning us not to stay. Glad your Pip-Boy can pick up rads. Town's been cleansed by old world poisons. If Legion's been seen in the area, they're scouting for an attack. Legion would have put these people to the blade, he still might. An attack on this place would be mercy. I will not go to the fort. If you got there, you go without me. After talking to you, I wonder if Caesar will last. After all I've seen, I wonder if Caesar should last. When the Legion marches on this place, their world will end. Strange, the old world, right beneath our feet. This place'll outlast bear and bull both. Those guns are ancient, yet still serviceable. This place overlooks the fort. This encampment's deserted, but not by Legion hands. Looks like this camp was attacked from within, no tracks leading from it. Outpost, but no one on watch. Smell of fish in the air. Mire lurks, lake lurks were here. Might still be. Caesar has nothing to fear from this camp anymore. Place has a strong old world vibe to it. Like the music. Hum in the air. Like an electric Geiger counter. Place feels dry and a spark in the air. These troopers aren't armed. Monorail's well guarded. The Legion is moving fast. Place was attacked recently. No survivors here, may have been moved somewhere else. Attack, but not many bodies. A victory, but not a difficult one. Another wound in the bear's hide. Place is wearing crosses now. Beware the Decantus. The bear broke the cons at Bitter Springs. You can feel Bitter Springs here. Con markings. Air smells of chems, thick. Cons were meant to wander. Here they rot. The cons could be allies, with the right words. Watch Carl, I don't trust him. We're here at Papa Con's graces, don't start any fights. Another old world footprint. Heard the bear fought the Brotherhood here. Some say the ghosts of this battle live on in computer systems. This was under the hill. If these robots awake, they'll rival NCR and Caesar's armies. Seems Vegas sleeps here as well. People heard it like Brahman, stalled at the gate. These troopers are young. No patrols. Far as I go, like most. To Giant Stand. Not sure for how long. Gate to the west. South and west lies the road to the Bear's Heart. And so fear of Caesar stops them here. Caesar will melt these idols down when he reaches here. This town was killed from within. Caesar marked this place. Is this where the Legion made camp? Nicton's sickness has been burned away. This town's a message. I cannot let you do this, guards. If you attack the Legion, you attack me. I will not allow you to harm my brothers. And so the old world divides the new. Wish they'd put vaults in the sky instead of beneath the ground. Word is, they did. This vault smells like gunpowder, a bit of sulfur in the air, too. Sulfur smell in the air. The cons may not have the alliance in Caesar they believed. Carl is a Caesar spy. The Legion'll bleed the cons, make them part of the bull. They sign with Legion, the cons and their chemtrade are done. That man's a Caesar spy, unmask him or kill him. Don't wear NCR colors or cast-offs here. Caesar bought this passage with Legionnaire blood. This is only Caesar's first step. Now they're here, the Legion will flank NCR, most likely from the south. I will not allow you to attack this camp. This is the only way to reach the fort and Caesar. Slaves and soldiers come to the cove, rarely visitors. Once across the river, those slaves will never return, unless the bear is dead. Keep your hands off your weapons. Once past the crossing, we're in Caesar's lands. Strange smell to this place. Careful, not sure which tribe family runs this casino. I don't trust any tribe that hides its face. Place has an old world razor feel to it. The masks look like dead children. Strange clothes, especially in this heat. The sickness is thick here. Camp's got death hanging over it. Some misery needs to be put to an end. Place is a living graveyard. Heard a great tribe was slaughtered by the bear here. Stories are the bear ruined the Kuns here, broke them by killing their weakest. Is the bear trying to heal these people? Must have a water supply here. Blood in the air, and sickness. Bears stretched thin. Troops seem defeated already. And here is the legion in all its glory. The bear cannot stand long against Caesar. So you seek to betray Caesar's invitation, unfortunate. This camp will grow when Legate Linnaeus returns. Kennels and the proving grounds bolster Caesar's armies. Caesar won't keep his troops here long with the dam in sight. Armies ready to fall on Hoover Dam. Armies ready to march. This is the fate of all Caesar conquers. This may seem brutal, but discipline is what the West needs. This camp is small compared to Caesar's camps in the East. Caesar has marked history. This camp is proof. Caesar's all around us. Even if he dies, his forces will still march west. No weapons and no insults. I cannot protect you. Before you do this, know what you're doing. You won't leave the camp alive. I cannot protect you if you do this. I cannot protect you if you bring violence here. Watch your tracks. These mutants, here willingly. Many of these, subject to the marks on them from wars west. Caesar would not permit such a place to exist. He would cull the sick from the herd. These mutants are the unseen ones. Watch yourself. Strange hum to the air, plucks the nerves. Can't believe they'd keep these threats so close. Old scouts, looking inward. Mad dogs should be put down. Soldiers without a war. Not safe here. Smells like brain sickness here. Caught some Night Stalker tracks. Trees are beautiful and wide. Places like hell. They were hell here with pride. Loud here, but the undertone is edged. People with a price. Fake fires conceal real ones. This building feels like a wasteland predator. Smells of powder here. Lot of hate here. The bear's rotting from the inside. Bear tried to cut the infection out, just made it worse. NCR organized its own criminals against them. What are you doing? That wasn't necessary. Unnecessary. Not sure why you did that. Why did you do that? HNH. Good. Got backbone. Got spine. Roads long, your actions show it. Taking the long view. May pay off down the road. Well done. There's hope yet. Haven't seen that much spine in the West in a long time. More in the West should follow your lead. Leaders could take some lessons from you. No cause for that. Watch the Mojave doesn't bite you back for that. Hard to see the reason in that. The West has its own monsters. Going to leave at this rate. My patience is running out. Senseless. Air, there's an odd smell to it. Something tells me we shouldn't stay here long. Air's making my lungs itch. Smells like the Mojave rotting in here.